Hello, my crafty friends. I sure hope you're having a fabulous day. My name is Robyn Pitt with Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. If you're new to my channel or you're a returning viewer, welcome. Please take a moment to hit that red subscribe button as well as that little bell icon at the bottom of the screen so that you will always be notified when I upload a new video. Today, I have a fun design team project that I've created for ASC Craft Supplies. I've made these adorable lip balm shadow boxes. This is a perfect packaging idea for any time of the year because you always need lip balm. I got this idea from the paper Pixie and I followed her tutorial. I'll be sure to include a link in the description box below. The paper collection that I used is Mintay Vacation. This is a beautiful collection. If you haven't seen it already, I did do a full walkthrough and I'll include that link in the description box below. This is available at ASC Craft Supplies. You can visit them on the web or on their Etsy store. Also, please feel free to use my coupon code ROBYN10, that's all in capital letters, to receive a 10% discount upon checkout. I love the way these turned out. They are so pretty and petite and they're very easy to make. And with a few simple embellishments, you can make them very elegant or a casual gift. Let's take a look at this first box. This box measures 3 3/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. On the front, I have this beautiful hand-rolled flower. I created this using an Anna Griffin die called Flower Quilling Dies. I have a separate video that shows you how I made it. I have these pink double-looped ribbons, a gemstone, and a little tag that says, "Just for you." I cut this out on my Cricut Maker. I have this little belly band that I've created, and I used some of my Nouveau drops to embellish the paper. And then we have these little fun skeleton leaves here. This is what the side looks like. The next box is very similar. I've just changed the paper, and we have a different flower here. Now these shadow boxes will hold standard size lip balms. You could use Burt's Bees or any type of balm that you like. I've purchased these from the dollar store. There were 6 in a pack and you receive 3 different flavors: mint, vanilla, and coconut. And this is the last box that I've created. Now that I've given you an overview of these adorable lip balm shadow boxes, I'm going to grab my materials so that we can make this together. I'll be right back. I've gathered the materials to make my lip balm shadow box. For the designer paper, I'm using Mintay Vacation. And I'm using a piece of 110-pound cardstock. This cardstock measures 6 1/8 by 8 1/8. The first thing we're going to do is make a series of score marks. Now this will seem like an awful lot. I will be sure to include all of the measurements in the description box below, so please don't fret. We're going to score first at a 1/2 inch. We're going to score at 1 1/8. 1 5/8, and 2 1/4. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. So you should have a piece that looks like this. Then you're going to rotate the paper on the long side and you're going to make 2 additional score marks. You're going to go to the 2 3/4 inch and you're going to score down to the second line. So that's 1, 2. And then you're going to go to the 5 3/8 inch mark, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to score down to the first and second line. Then you're going to rotate the paper on the other long side and you're going to make the exact same score mark. So 2 1/4 down to the second line, 5 3/8 down to the second line. Now rotate it on the short side and we're going to score at 1 3/4, and this time you're going to go down to the 4th score line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll notice that you have just about a 1/8 inch space there, and then you're going to score at 4 3/8 down to the 4th score line. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to rotate that and do it on the opposite side. So 1 3/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 3/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so your piece should look like this. Now that we have all of our score marks completed, now we need to cut. So let me give you an example of where we're going to be cutting. I'm going to show you on white paper because it's easier. So here's a schematic of what we've just cut and scored. And this brown line here shows where we're going to cut. So there are going to be 4 quadrants here that will be cut out. And I'm going up 2 score lines, cutting across, going up to the next score line, cutting across, up, and then over. And then we're going to repeat that on the right side, up to 2 score lines, cut on a diagonal, up, over, up, and then over. These 2 are flaps, and these diagonal areas here create these areas right here. So we're going to turn this over and repeat the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to start cutting. I'm going to cut up to the score line. I'm going to cut at a diagonal. I'm going to cut up. Here you'll see the 1/8 line that we've cut. You're going to cut up to the second score line, and then up to create the tab. I'm going to go to the next score line. We're going to cut up. Then you're going to cut on the score line all the way out to the edge. And you should have a piece that looks like that. You have a little flap. We're going to repeat that on the left side. And it's a little difficult because I'm cutting standing up, so I can have this close to the camera. I want to make sure that you can see everything. We're going up. Okay, we're going to cut on this score line right here. We're going to cut up on the score line right here. And then we're going to cut this piece out right here. Okay, so you should have a piece that looks like this. I'm going to finish cutting this out on the opposite side, and then we'll continue to the next process. Now we have all of the pieces cut out, and we have our little tabs on 4 sides. What we're going to do is miter the edges. I'm going to cut right here, just a little edge off right here. This will allow us to fold the box a little bit more easily. You're going to miter these tabs here. And you want to make sure you do it on both sides. Okay, you're going to do that on all 4 sides. Now that we have all of the pieces cut out, we want to fold along the score lines. Okay, so we have all of the pieces scored. Now what we want to do is work on these longer sides. So what we're going to do is put glue here. We're going to fold on the first score line and then the third score line, and then we're going to glue down just like so. I'm going to put glue right here on this tab again. So we're folding on the first score line, and then we're going to fold on this third score line right here. Okay, so I'm going to fold right here, give that a nice burnish and a few moments to get a nice secure hold. When you fold this up, this creates a nice square edge. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that on the other side. You're going to fold down on the first score line and then fold down on the third score line, give that a nice burnish. Okay, when you fold that up, you have a nice square box. Now that we have these 2 sides glued down, we're going to glue down these shorter tabs here. We're going to put glue on this tab. Okay, we're going to fold that in, and then we're going to fold 1, 2 on the third score line. just like so. Give it a few seconds to get a nice strong hold. And then when we fold that up, this will fit in perfectly. But before we do that, we want to attach these small side tabs. And so I'm going to fold them in just like so on both sides. So I have them both in. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here on the side and right here. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this angle here and right here. Okay, and I'm going to squeeze this in and push in the sides just like so. Clear off any excess glue. And you want to make sure your edges are nice and square. Okay, and we're going to repeat the same process on the bottom. So let's put glue on this tab here. I'm going to fold that down and fold on the third score line, just like so. Give that a few moments to attach. I've glued down this tab here. I've folded in these little side tabs here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue on this side, and then a little bit of glue on these side corners here. And then I'm going to fold in this tab, just like so, making sure that it's nice and square. Let me grab a lip balm. So I have these flavored lip balms that I've purchased from the Dollar Tree. This is vanilla, and this will just fit inside just like so. Now we need to create the belly band. To create the belly band, you'll need a piece of decorative cardstock that measures 5 by 3 3/4. Now this is slightly longer than the box because it allows you to push the box inside and out easily. So what we're going to do is wrap this around and then just pinch the sides. And that'll create faux score marks, and then we can fold the paper exactly in those areas. Okay. All right, so you can see when you open up the paper that there are 4 score marks here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is fold along the first score mark. I want to make sure that the paper is lined up evenly on the top and the bottom. Okay, we're going to fold along the second score mark, making sure that that line is evenly scored. I've folded and burnished along the score lines, so I'm going to wrap this back, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue right along this ledge here, just right along the edge. Now again, this is another great place to use score tape if that's what you prefer. I'm going to push this together. You don't want to push it too tight because you want to make sure that the box can get out easily. It should be a nice snug fit, but not tight. I'm going to burnish this. And now we have our little chapstick shadow box. I'm going to finish decorating this and I'll be back with the final reveal. These are my finished lip balm shadow boxes, and I love the way they turned out. For this first box, I've used my Nuvo drops in pink and green. In the center, I've used this beautiful hand-rolled flower. I've added in this double loop bow in pink, this pink rhinestone, and this cute little tag that says "Just for you." I cut this out on my Cricut Maker. I've added in these skeleton leaves and little seeds. And this is what the back looks like. And these are the other ones that I've created. Each of these are very similar. The flowers are slightly different. This concludes my review of my lip balm shadow boxes. Hopefully I've inspired you with new and creative ideas. If you like this video, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now, and happy crafting.